Hi everyone, continuing this fantastic series of Daf Yomi. As you can see, I'm holding a picture over here. This is what one of my sons, my middle son, actually drew for me for my birthday over here. Very interesting. There's a house here. He's put a car, he's etched onto it with the sellotape, and he's actually designed it. It shows up opposite because of where I'm filming, but a shuk arbata minim. We just came out to the festival of Sukkot, and a house over here with a car, buying the lulav, etrog, hadasim, and arabot. And gave a special message over here. It's coming up upside down because of the position of the camera, because it's being filmed in an opposite way in of itself. But he's thanking me for everything. Also, my younger son also did a few nice diagrams also. It's actually interesting. It's not a coincidence. We're talking about in today's page with regards to real estate in of itself. Halachic estate planning. That is the topic that we are talking about in today's page of the Gemara. And when you're planning an estate, usually it involves houses, so on and so forth, and different possessions of the person. So I'm using once again the excellent notes of Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz over here, and he already illustrates and says that obviously that we have learned that a person cannot decide who receives portions of his estate after he passes away. That will be determined by Torah law at that stage in time, once he's passed away. But he can make any decisions that he wants about dividing up, let's say, his property during his lifetime. So the Mishnah on today's page, the Daf as we call it in Hebrew, describes a person who writes, let's say hypothetically, to his sons, that he is giving them his property. And this is what we say in inverted commas, from today and after my passing, after my death, let's say. What he accomplishes with this is that the property will transfer at that time according to his wishes. But until that time, he will be able to use the property. Now the Gemara is going to pose a question. This Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz brings in these excellent notes, that this ruling, pointing out that with regard to, let's say, for example, the topic of gittin over here, with regards to a get, let's say, will actually say, I say in inverted commas, from today and after my death. This, let's say, phrase onto itself will be viewed as a questionable get. In response, the Gemara over here is going to distinguish between, let's say, for example, a divorce law, for example, where it's not necessarily clear to whether the clause, which is put in inverted commas of after my death, is a condition that will activate, let's say, if the separation, official separation from the earlier date, or if it is a negation of the planned, let's say, separation, divorce from today. Let's say, hypothetically, this is a case that the Gemara is bringing on. So in this specific case over here, however, both statements can be meaningful. Let's say, ownership of the land will transfer at the time when he passes away, even as it remains in the possession of the original owner until that time. Now there's going to be a commentator, great rabbi named the Rashbam. He is going to explain that a person might make such a present during his lifetime if he is about to enter, let's say hypothetically, into second marriage, and he does not want his children from the first marriage to lose part of their estate because of obligations that now he's going to have to his own new wife over here, because then it's going to bring new obligations on his children potentially. Were he to simply write that they would get the money after his death, it would have no validity, since he cannot choose how to divide his possessions after he passes away. This method over here allows him to continue, let's say, using the land, having ensured that it will be divided according to his wishes at the time of his passing away, at the time of his death. So very interesting insight. We're talking all about inheritance, especially over the last 2 weeks with regards to these pages of the Gemara. And, very interesting. Just mesmerized by the paintings over here. And friends, we'll just talk about a minute about the birthday. At the moment, we know that the birthday of any person brings a mazal onto a person. But I'll tell you a secret over here, friends. This is not my Hebrew birthday. The Hebrew birthday is coming up in about around 2 weeks' time. So then that's the real, let's just say, we follow the Hebrew calendar. As we are Jewish, naturally, we've got all the different chagim. We don't do Chanukah on the English date every single year. Specifically, we do it on Chafei Kislev. We don't do Rosh Hashanah on the English date. It might fall on. We do it on Aleph Tishrei. We don't do Shavuot on the English date. It might fall out. It could be in May or June usually. We do it on Vav Sivan. We follow the code of dating of the Hebrew calendar the whole way. So it's maybe just a warm-up session for my real birthday. That's going to come in 2 weeks' time, the Hebrew birthday. But Bez Hashem, we can see all blessings from Israel. Came out of the elections yesterday. Many people are elated over here. I made no real secret with regards to who I thought would be better to be the next president. So let's hope that will be the case over here. And, I've put my arm around the people that maybe didn't want this election outcome, but it's come. Let's hope that it's going to be blessings for all over the world. And we've got to remember, at the end of the day, whoever's put in any specific position or in of itself, they are instruments in Hashem's plan at the end of the day. We just got to do our hishtadlut, good things. Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to see blessings. So wishing you all a great day. And Yom Huledet Sameach.